Good evening. Welcome to the nighttime edition of How to Use an MPC 1000. We got a JJOS2XL operating system on the MPC 1000, and this is a basic video on how to get started. So there's nothing on the card, there's nothing in the machine, it does nothing without a sample. So let's sample. Go to mode and go to record, and off camera I have a cassette deck with a tape with some drums on it. So first thing I want to do is play the tape and dial in a sound, sample it. Here we go. Alright, so I like that one, and I applied some noise reduction. If you guys are in headphones, so you could hear that. So I'm going to rewind a tiny bit. Trim up a tiny bit, throw the noise reduction on. I'm just going to boost some lows on these channels, just whatever, and I'm going to grab this. Might as well get it from the beginning. So I got it, lo and behold. I'm gonna hit play. Okay, so it's there. I like it. For the sake of the video, I think it's cool. Let's keep on going. So, new name. If you hit the jog wheel, you'll go into the name. You can hit delete, and we're just gonna put whatever, drum. Drum 01. Therefore, if we make any moves, like processing wise, it'll start to name it drum 02, 03, 04, and then at the end of the day, you can get rid of all the earlier ones. So I like to do it like that, drum 01, cool. Enter, and then we're gonna hit keep, cool. So we don't need the record menu. Now we're gonna go to trim, mode, trim, and let's play it from the first pad, or yeah, the first pad right here. Cool, nice break. So in the edit menu, there's a bunch of options. For instance, if we were really wanted to like save space on the card or whatever, you can get rid of this excess space in the beginning. Just whatever, zoom in. You don't have to get too close, but you know, if this was longer and you wanted to save space, I'll just show you. Boom, edit. You can go in and yeah, discard. Do it will discard data outside of the selection. I'm gonna hit do it. It just truncated that stuff. So that's just how to use the edit menu. There's other stuff in here too. There's normalize. I was pretty hot on the way in. I don't really need to normalize it right now. You can, I don't know, you'll probably do some processing later, so I leave some headroom. Time stretch, pitch shift, whatever. Bit convert is cool. You can do lo-fi stuff with it. Honestly, I'm kind of digging the 22.5. Let's just do it for the sake of doing it. I'm gonna hit do it. Cool. It gave us drum 02 now. Anytime you do like a destructive processing like that, it'll give you like another version of it. So let me see. Original. Whatever. So the drum 02 is our 12-bit 22K, whatever it was. Alright, so anyways, here's what we want to start with. We want to chop this up. So you go to chop, you hit on. Now, outside of JJOS, the operating system that is on this, usually you have to destructively chop, and that's what you're stuck with. You can't go back and extend any ends or beginnings or anything like that. This is cool because you can. So to start, you hit slice, and it gives you all the marks where it's going to slice it. Or you can hit auto. Auto chop is kind of like a simpler in Ableton, where it's gonna like look at the transient on like a threshold type of a basis and pick out where it thinks the drum hits are. So I'm gonna start with that, And then since it's non-destructive, we can look at the beginning and ends of every single hit and adjust it how we want. So auto, cool. This is what it gives you, like whatever. You're gonna adjust it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm hit do it, and you'll see what happens. It chopped them all up into one shots. Okay, it's a little late. I can feel it's a little late. If we zoom in, it's not going to be right on hits a lot of the times that I thought they were. Yes, they look pretty good. That one's late. Anyways, so I can go back to the first one, and we can start chopping up drums. So this is a little flappy little ghost snare. I'm gonna get all these things. Let me go back. Hit do it, and then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get these kind of lined up. Beautiful, cool, beautiful snare, love it. Beautiful hat, love it. Nice little ghost kick. I'm gonna extend that one. You can see that it's not all the way to the end. So the back arrow and front arrow, you get the start and end. Go to back arrow. Get some nice air on that. Sometimes the late hat's cool, but for the sake of programming, I'm gonna go ahead and just trim up that beginning a little bit. Wow, little baby hat. Okay. I mean, honestly, it sounds pretty good. So if you hit new program, it's gonna dump all these into a new sample program right where they are, which is weird because you're gonna have to figure out where the kicks and snares are and stuff. I like to kind of have the kicks and snares and hats where I think they are, so I like kick, snare, whatever. So I'm not even gonna use this new program thing. I'm going to go to mode program, and well, same thing as last time. I'm gonna name it. If you want to name the program, just hit window and name it something else. This is like from when I turned it off last time. So I'm gonna turn the jog wheel, delete all this stuff out of here, and then just put drum, yeah, archaic stuff, drum space shots. Woo. This is the fun of it. So yeah, shots. Boom. Okay, drum shots, enter. Now I got a program, and we can go ahead and close it. And when you're in program mode, if you wanted things to like overlap and stuff, you can leave it on polyphonic. But for now, I usually always start on mono just so things aren't overlapping. I know what's going on better, and then I can set up a choke group later if I want. But anyways, so yeah, I'm in here now, and I want to assign that single sample that we have. Actually, we have two. We have the original and then the 12-bit one. So anyway, I'm gonna put drum O2 on like these bottom 8, like these bottom pads right here. So okay, and if the chop is just like 2 dashes, that means it's playing the original sample. But as soon as you go over to chop, and you can pick the numbers, so it's all the different numbers that chop the auto chop. So I'm gonna pick kicks and snares right now. Ooh. Cool. I could probably do better on picking some of these hats and stuff, but just for the time frame of the video, I'm gonna put an alternate snare here. A little different, and then maybe like an alternate hat here. Oh. So the mono mode is cool because all the kicks and snares have like the right hand of the hat already included. So like there's a little bit of a hat in there. There's a little bit of a hat in there. That's a single hat. So it's cool. All right. So just as I did in my SP video that came out like, I don't know, a year ago or something, this is what I like to do. Kick and snare, the main ones, they're louder, right? So that's like you're playing them louder with your feet and your hands. So let's just make them louder. This one too. Ooh. Yeah, this pad's kind of sensitive. I don't know what's wrong with it, but you hear double triggering from it. Anyways, those are louder, and then like sometimes I'll like to take the hat. These don't have it. It's pretty clean, but like if you wanted to, and just as an example, I'll go into filter, and you can do like a high pass filter, and then take out some excess bass. It's good practice to do anyway. Like there's a little bit kind of so like cool. That sounds like a hi-hat to me, and now we're like shaving off the lower 30% of the frequency spectrum from 0 to it goes to 100. So like yeah, whatever. I would guess that's probably like taking out everything under, I don't know, like maybe 80 or 100 hertz or something. So let's do it on both hats. Let's get that over here too, high pass, and then it'll just cut a little bit better. I don't know. It's up to you, but yeah. It feels more lively. So let's do one last thing here. Let's show you how to sequence it. All right, so anyway, yeah, we're on let's see, let me get out of here. So the main screen is where you write all your sequences at. So like if I was just starting off, I wouldn't even name it yet. I would go to bars, make it 4 bars or 8 bars or 16 or whatever you wanted to do. 4 is cool because you can get something and you can duplicate it. So 4 bars, do it. I'm gonna make it loop so I can just catch the vibe on it. And then your tempo, right? So like sometimes I do that and then I'll just tap the tempo out to see like what it is. So I don't know, maybe between 80 and 90, pretty hip-hoppy tempo. And then if you wanted to check the click, actually if you want to set up the click, you can click on click on click, and you can set your accent level and stuff like that. I think it comes at 100 or 120, and I like my click loud because all my samples are loud and whatever. But you can set that up here by clicking through and going and raising and lowering stuff. So anyway, that's under click, and then yeah, time correction right off the bat. Yeah, this kind of stays when you turn it on, but time correction is like Quantize, and it will happen on the way into recording, and it'll also happen, you can choose which notes it works on and stuff after you record. But so like if you went to off, it's just going to be freestyle, not on the grid. You can get some cool timings, whatever, and then you have all the different Quantize rates inside. So on 16th notes, if you went to strength and just turned everything down, swing all the way down, strength 100, whatever, it's just going to quantize straight to 16th notes, no swing. So let me show you that first, and then I'll show you how to go in and make it swing a little bit with the quantize value. So fix, note all, yeah, do it. And then if you hit record and play or overdub and play in this scenario, you're going to be able to hear the click as a lead-in, and then it's going to drop you in. So anyways, hope that doesn't double trigger for this, but here, let's try it out. Already too slow. I'm gonna go up here and just turn this up a notch. So you hear right there, like after it started looping, it didn't play it as swung as I first played it, but it's perfectly quantized. Let me show you. It's just not really bobbing like that yet. It actually sounds good, but that's not what I was thinking of it at first. So let's go into time correct, and let's kick this up anywhere past like 65. Starts to get in that classic era. And yeah, it only goes to 75. So yeah, I'd say like whatever. Let's do like somewhere close to 70 just to hear how it swings those in between. So hit fix. If I wanted to do it a certain section, I could like pick the notes and stuff. But for this one, I just want to do all. hit do it, and let's hear if it swings better. That's really cool, man. I'm not even listening to the whole loop. I like it. So, rocking. So here's another cool thing, right? Like, we're in here. I'm about to end this video. I'm gonna do a part 2 with like throwing a sample over this. But what I like to do straight off the bat, we got the tempo and stuff like that. Like, you can go into mode and go into slider, and that's gonna allow you to like assign these 2 sliders to something. So I like to always put the bottom one on tune. And then in real time tune the whole pitch of that whole program, and you can see like, oh, it sounds cool pitched up, pitched down, whatever. So it's on right now. I'm gonna go back to main, and I'll show you without the tuning on, and then I'll show you with the tuning on. All right, cool. So I hit on, and then pitch up. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually not even digging the second half of that whole loop. So like if I went to 2 and hit do it, loop on, we'd just be in that golden little first section that I like. And like you can hear the pitch sounds rugged like that, down pitch a little bit. Here's off. Anyways, they both sound good, but I'm about to do a round 2, and I'm going to show you how to chop some instrument stuff on a different program and layer it up on another track, so stay tuned. Alright, it's round 2. I don't even know. I'm gonna take that end. Whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it. So let's name it Chopper 1. Keep. Mode. Trim. So this one I'll show you not doing auto chop. This one I'm just gonna do manually chopping. So chop on, slice. I'm not gonna do 16. I'm just gonna do like whatever. Let's do like six chops, half at the end or something. Do it. Okay. So now I'm gonna go and get some cool parts that I was trying to get at. Oops. Alright, here we go. Three, 2, and 6 is what I'm going to use. Mode, program, sample. I'm going to go over here to track 2, and I'm going to do a new program. So hit window, hit new, chops 2, whatever, that's great. So drum and instrument. Drum is going to act like a bunch of sample pads. Instrument is going to make like a chromatic kind of layout like a keyboard. So even though this is musical instrument stuff, I'm still going to call it a drum pad. Again, I'm going to go up to poly, change it to mono for now, and I'm going to lay out that sample. I don't need that many pads. I'm going to do like the first 3 or 4 pads right here. Maybe I can pitch some stuff. Maybe I'll do like 4 pads. So. So let's go to, let's see, probably get some more level going on these real quick. Okay, and then I'm gonna let the beat play, and I'm kind of gonna adjust the tune to maybe something that sounds interesting. Again, like this, you have to. I wouldn't normally do the first sample I picked. I'd probably try to do like have like 10 samples in here, and then start messing around, stuff like that. But for the purposes of the video, I'm just gonna do what I would normally do with one sample, but I normally do with like 10, maybe more. So play, and I'm gonna tune these samples. Alright, so I barely tuned it down. It actually almost was in key and in tempo. So here's a cool thing. I leave some of these pads open so it could automatically mute the sample out. So I'm going to use the mute every time the snare hits. And you can hear the ride in the background. It's at a weird feel, different kind of a tempo, but with the break, it works. And so what I'm going to do to even kind of more define it is like hit it and then hit a stop. So let's go back to the main, and yeah, it automatically knows because in the other program screen I chose like track 2, and I named it 𝘎𝑗OS2. But if you ever wanted to, like, that's your track 1 2 3 4 5 whatever, and then what's on that track is this program. So it could be drums again, but I'm gonna choose chops. Okay, 𝘎𝑗OS2, cool. And then so let's go up here. And let's I'm gonna do a practice real quick, like I like to try to do. So like, oh, I forgot it's only 2 bars, so it's a really easy one.